You want me to use a GoPro for you?
This is not GoPro, but a similar version. It's its cousin. You don't have any printers in stock?
Yes.
HP? Hi.
This one.
Alright, this not have no feeder. The one me I look for, this is, I'm only seeing the flatbed. The feeder, the little part where you push the paper through, and the top, me not see that.
What's the other one?
Like, today what Thursday? At least by Monday. Too quick. This one is for what? 18.5. You could have the feeder part of it because sometimes when you want to scan legal size paper, this is going to be an issue. Because the flatbed is like letter size oriented. Yeah. And these are the only one? Oh. Where's the warehouse? Okay. Just find out if they have any with feeder on it and what's the cost. That's fine. All right then. Yes, definitely. All right.
cost of anything. This one would have been 67,000. Yes. Refillable ink.
Okay.
When the regular one you get by cartridge, by ink and pour it. So this is the only one I see they have in stock right now.
Okay.
The document feeder.
Yeah.
Scan, copy, print, automatic document feeder, and you load the ink in.
Okay.
Now that one is $67,000.
7. Alright, thanks.
The one you can get within a day or you can
Yeah, a contact number can write down or give me a card or something. So I'm just pursuing it for somebody, so they have to make the decision.
Okay.
So you can just write the total on it for me, please.
Yeah. Check if it is stock now.
Okay. Alright, thank you. Thanks, right? Thank you. HP printers specifically with feeders on them?
No, HP printer, and you wouldn't want the inkjet ones, right? But the inkjet ones are cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scanner section of it though, the flatbed doesn't accommodate a legal size document entirely. So that's why I need
that is true.
the feeder aspect
that is
of it.
true. If you need to reproduce it on legal paper, but if you want to reduce it to fit to the letter size, in the settings you can do that too.
Sometimes it's too jumbled. That's my problem.
Okay. No, tabloids and legal we don't. In fact, you know, it's not illegal we don't have. You know, the one that the government paper come on is A5.
A5, yeah.
You know, so once you're gonna use those, or you require specific trays. We don't have anything that is tabloid and A5 as per standard in terms of an automatic document feeder or flatbed. I have not checked the little ones that they have in recent time, but I know standard they know legal and 8x11, 8.5 by 11. With respect to the Epson, we may be able to do that. In those in the workforce, Epson.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think the person's issue is being able to get the ink when necessary.
Oh.
So that is why the person's number one choice is HP.
Oh no, because what is the person going to be thinking about, ink or cartridge? Because if it's ink, Epson is the easiest one to get.
Okay.
And that's why, because we stock both HP and Epson, and we use the EcoTank on those. We have the EcoTank ones. I don't know if we're out of them now.
Yeah.
But we use the EcoTank, which is the 4-bottle inks.
Yeah.
Those are cartridges.
Right.
Yes, but we carry the EcoTank one. We're out. In fact, we just been over the HP EcoTank in like about a week.
Okay.
So we have already ordered those. So we should have those.
And both has the feeder on top.
Yeah, man. Those on the scanner, you lift up the thing, and
Right.
yeah, and you can feed from two places. You can scan them from the flatbed.
Right.
To the feeder.
Definitely. Okay. That noise on printing.
Oh no, those are quiet. Those are quiet. Those are the workforce, you know. They're
I'm not
wireless.
familiar with this brand.
With Epson.
No. HP, Canon,
No.
all the others.
They took the market here in Jamaica after Epson. I'll tell you why. Okay, you see the bank? First time when bank used that matrix printer, it was the Epson FX 1050. The white carriage one with that green and white paper. Okay. In all the stores that have POS, the receipt printer was the FX 850. Which is a track piece. Which some companies still use today. All the receipt printers like in KFC and all those things. Yeah, man. That is the company for print. HP used to make computers in those days.
Yes.
Yes, not printers. And then Xerox came in the market as the biggest challenge.
I'm familiar with that too. Yeah.
So now, recently for HP making printers, and when HP started to make printers, they specialized in laser printers. And it was just when home PC got popular that they went into the desktop.
Okay.
You know, I've been selling Epson printers more than 35 years. But the workforce is what people use in small offices.
So I see, I know the number.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the two though? Apart from the fact that you have 2960 and 3820, is there any?
Okay. The number one most important thing in the higher the series you go are the page per minute
Okay.
and the resolution of print.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what happens. Page per minute, resolution of print. Because you can get all the features right down to the bare bone. Yeah, but it's the performance of the printer.
Okay.
How fast it will do. Like even those printers started out where you can fax from them. Okay? And then it was all about how many sheets you could get through the feeder. So how fast your fax could go. Yeah, man.
Okay. Alright.
But I will tell you something though. I wouldn't suggest you buy these. I would suggest you buy the one with a bottle of ink. It means that because these are very costly inks.
Ink itself,
Yeah. But if you use the one now, the Ecotank,
And you don't have that in stock.
I just sent her to look.
Okay.
But if we don't have it, we will have those possible Monday because we receive shipment every weekend.
Okay.
And we will have the HP also. Ecotank. Yes.
Alright, so when the person comes here, I guess you can decide which
Yeah, not a
you
problem.
want.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
There's no HP out in the front.
Which day we can come? We just shop.
But we did have HP last week, Ecotank. But I know that is one of the things that people buy, especially when it comes back to school season, just before SPA.
Right.
You know, those. Because you can print a lot, very economical. Because to buy these inks, you know, you have HP, Ecotank. And come around and help this gentleman, please. Let me show you Is the one with the bottles? Alright, help this gentleman. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Oh, you know. It's the Ecotank. Hey, here are the bubbles with the ink. So see there. So this is HP Ecotank. Okay. So see economic. Sure. So it's rechargeable. So I mean every time the ink right here is pour some. Yeah. So yeah. This must be the last one of all the HP that we take. So yes, this is HP, and this is the rechargeable ones. You have the 4 bottle of ink, and you have the 4 space here. So yeah, so you got everything that you wanted, which was HP, and I introduced you to all the things, the SmartTank, and this is wireless. And all those things.
Okay. Let's hope this budget can
Okay.
go there.
Yeah, well, if not, you know, like I said, we're getting stock of printer, HP printer, and Epson printers. So we will have the more economical ones. You understand? And let me see if the paper size is there. Okay, let's look for the paper size. Well, I'm not seeing. Maybe we would have to look in the more. Doesn't say right here about the paper size, but I would guess this printer would do it. I would guess this printer would do. The American home printers, okay?
Yeah.
Because they use the A series paper. So I was supposed to be able to get the larger than, I know it won't do tabloids, which is the 18-inch, but you should be able to get the standard, like for doing, because I have one HP that does like, yeah, the birth certificate, marriage certificates, you can get exact copies. Yeah, we have one upstairs, but that's amazing. But yeah, that is what he would want, because yeah, you can buy pretty cheap. But here's what: in another 2 months, you would buy the printer again just by paying for the inks. Yeah, this you're gonna be happy for all things. Like buying a laser, you buy the most expensive one because it uses the toner powder instead of the toner cartridge.
Yes.
Yeah, so for economics, if you don't have enough money now, I would suggest you save and buy an EcoTank printer.
Okay.
Yeah, because trust me, a set of inks is probably going to run you $17,000. You know, for the ink cartridge. This, you know, you would probably get grade before you need to use. Yeah. No, straight up.
Yeah.
Because the schools, they buy these now because it's so much more economical to maintain.
Yeah. I'm sold on this one.
Yeah, man. It is a printer, and you know you have the flexibility. You can print straight from your phone. You can print from any wireless device, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you can have multiple persons printing from online, so you don't have to be in a house to print something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I appreciate
Yeah, man.
the information.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Alright, so all goes well, you will see us.
All right, no problem.
Alright, take care.
Yeah, we will. This is not important.
Always back to you.
That's why I expect This is not EcoTank. This is, again, cartridge. Yes. All right.
Alrighty. So this has been a very productive day, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. I also hope that you have found it to be very educational and informative. So thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.